You know that from the bottom of my heart, I'm a luxury girl. I love high-end makeup. I love luxury makeup. I love to just spend money on stuff that glitters and that makes me feel good. And I saw a video, I think it was from Tanya Wells. Please don't quote me on that. But I think it was her who did a video of products that are quite expensive, but she would always repurchase because she loves them so much. And I thought that is an absolute great idea. So I gathered 10 products here that are fairly expensive for what they are, but I would always buy them again because they're that good. And we're starting with the ones, oh no, before we start, no eyeshadow palettes included. Well, one, but not technically an eyeshadow palette. It's more a companion palette, but you see what I mean. But I thought everything but eyeshadow palettes, because I feel like with eyeshadow palettes, it's quite easy to go high up in price, especially with singles. My Cleona collection is over 1,200 euros. But I'm talking here about other products. And the first one that is, compared to the market and what you get these days, I think quite expensive. I'm talking about the Victoria Beckham Kajal liners. I have 8 shades now of these, and you can do the math on your own how much money I spend on this. It's way too much, but these are the best eyeliners on the market. Some people try to convince me that Zoeva has the exact same one. It isn't. I'm sorry, I will die on that hill that this is not the same formula. I tried it, I hated it, because I was recommended this 2 or 3 times, since they are apparently also made in the same factory, which is insane, but okay. What I want to say is, they are worth every single penny. I think there are 34 euro currently on the Victoria Beckham website. One of these I got as a gift with purchase. No, not jeans. I think Surfside, this one. This one I got as a gift with purchase. So 7 of them I actually purchased myself. I would always, if I would lose all of my Kajal liners, immediately go to the Victoria Beckham website and pick one of them up. I have to inform you that most of the stuff here in this list is actually something base related. So foundations, powder, concealer. Before we come to that, I want to mention 2 highlighters that are worth the price in my opinion. And no, it's not the Clé de Peau Luminizer that is over 100 euro a piece. I am talking about the special editions from Tom Ford. I paid, I think, 90 euro for each of them, and these are from the Soleil Neige winter line from 2 years ago. So one is the shade Rose Rosé. It's a beautiful pinky highlight, and the other one is Grand Paradis. It's a more golden highlight, champagne-y, but on my skin, honestly, there is a bit of warmth, but it's mainly like a white gold sheen. These have such a beautiful baked formula, like the baked gelée formula. Very, very elegant, very, very pretty. And they are, when you just think of the fact that these are Tom Ford, so intense. I didn't expect these. I know from people who are more heavy Tom Ford users than I am that the regular highlighters in the line are not as good. So if you want to splurge on a highlight, look out for the Tom Ford special editions. My friends told me that the collection highlighters, and it doesn't matter if it's a winter collection or anything else, like these special collection ones are always the best. One type of foundation that is quite expensive, although let's be honest, 70 euro for a foundation in the high-end range is probably not that much. Although when I just look at the remaining foundations here, aside from the ones that I have here in front of me, most of them are in the 40 or 50 euro range. Okay, so maybe 70 is a lot, but I am talking about the Christian Louboutin Le Teint Fetiche foundations. These liquid foundations came out, not this year, they came out last year and I did a review. And my biggest critique was the shade range, because between these two shades is just one number. One is the shade 05N and then we have 1N. But 1N is way too dark, 05N is way too light. But I like them so much that I picked up both, paid 140 euros, so technically 140 euro for one foundation, because I mixed them in equal parts to get a beautiful shade. This is so full coverage that I have to remind myself to not apply too much. You know, Estee Lauder's Double Wear full coverage level? Twice. I say that this is more full coverage than Estee Lauder Double Wear. It's a little bit more drying, so maybe be careful if you have dry skin. This might look then weird on your, but I like it. I love the way it holds up. It went through all the stress tests now with me in summertime, high heat, workout, heat and workout, rain, everything. This foundation made everything with me now, and I absolutely love this. The thing is just that these foundations are, shade range wise, so bad. I cannot justify to talk about them all the time because I feel like there is just so many shades missing, not only in the pale region, also in the dark region. They got a high backlash for this, so I hope that they will do better in the future, because the formula of these is beautiful. Plus inside you have the Louboutin red. But I barely heard people in general talking about the Louboutin foundations. Most of the time they talk about the other overpriced shit. This one is not overpriced. This is really good. A concealer that, well, I never in my life spent more money on a concealer, and I talked about this already so many times. It went into the holy halls of holy grails for me. The Chanel Sublimage Le Correcteur Yeaux. I am wearing the shade 02. It's the one with the pinky undertone. If you want to have a more warmer concealer with a yellow undertone, go for the shade 10. The packaging is messy AF, but the concealer is a dream. This is just the best concealer I have ever used, because this is moisturizing and lightweight at the same time as it is actually quite full coverage on the under eye. I can skip any corrector easily without that. With that, I can go without any corrector. That's what I wanted to say. And I just apply like dot, 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 dot. Then I blend it out. And for whatever reason, it looks weird because it's so straight up pink on my under eye. But as soon as I start to blend, it melts together with my face. It adapts, but it brightens, it covers. Oh. If you can spare the $100 that this concealer costs, thank me later, because you will never look back. This is purely the best of the best. And matching to this, of course, the foundation. I'd recently actually added a second shade of the foundation, because for the longest time I wore the shade 10 beige. So basically this is just the big sister. It's the exact same packaging, but the lid, the little stopper is in the concealer too, but mine is stuck in the lid itself. But here I can remove it myself. This is a little bit too yellow. I don't know if my undertone changed, but I'm questioning lately if I'm really a warm undertone. So I added the shade 02. No, not 02, 01 beige to my collection. And honestly, I think I like this a bit more on my skin. But again, it's the same thing here. It is full coverage at the same time that it is lightweight. It actually, the foundation feels a lot like skincare. It feels like you apply a moisturizer on your face that you then blend in with a brush or with a sponge, whatever. But you're left with the most perfect, natural, glowing, but natural matte looking skin ever. $150 for this foundation, 100% worth it. Companion palette that I want to mention here that is compared to a lot of other stuff on that website, quite expensive, is the Diamond Skin palette from Slayfire Cosmetics. This is a 12 pan glitter palette that is over 90 euro. If you have this in your collection, if you decide to splurge on this palette, you will never need any other glitter in your life. So there is no need to have in total 5, 6, 7 glitter palettes like I have, but that's a complete different topic here. This palette gives you everything that your glitter heart wants. You have fine glitter, you have chunky glitter, you have glitter in like little star shapes, you have blue shifts, purple shifts, yellow, red, holographic, turquoise, everything in here, and you never ever have to rebuy it again. The good thing about this stuff is A, it comes in a nice sealed packaging, and B, even if it gets a little bit dry, this is their older packaging, they revamped it, but you can get their reviving potion and then just bring it back to life. So technically, these glitters will last you a lifetime and more when you also use a reviving potion. You see, mine is down here because I really like also with glitters that are still well performing to make them a little bit more emollient, since these are more dry glitters. But it's all up to you. I just like to have it here on hand, and it also doubles as a glitter primer actually. I love these, and I think these are 90 bucks, very, very well spent. I am affiliated with Slayfire Cosmetics, so with my code ELLAKINKLEY, it gives you 10% off. Even though this is not part of the video, maybe as an option, if you don't want to spend 90 bucks on this, for 30, you can get the small version with more colors. But I think when we just like do the relation here that you pay over 90 for just 12 pens, this definitely fits this category, expensive but worth it in my opinion. I have a powder that I want to mention, and that's a massive big boy. This is the Guerlain Parure Gold Skin Diamond Micro Powder, and if you think that this is a shimmery powder, well, the name fooled you just as well as it fooled me. This is a matte powder. This couldn't be more matte, but it's beautiful. This is can you tell? I don't know. I'm gonna try to pick up some here. This is so finely milled. This goes on your skin invisible. You can apply this and you feel immediately powdered. You feel immediately set down. You have the feeling that now you can move on with the day. Anything can happen. Your foundation is set. I wouldn't use this on the under eye though. I think that's a little bit too dry for that. But for all over the face, this is perfect. Everybody who is crying over the fact that the is it also Guerlain? It's Givenchy. I'm sorry, I don't know why I brought this together, but everyone who is crying over the fact that the Givenchy matte setting powder, that this was reformulated and is not as matte anymore, this is a good option. The only thing is that this is not having like 4 color compartments, although I really want to question, it does not really have a color correcting effect, let's be honest. Not in that little concentration of color. This is better than this. This is fine, matte, and just amazing. I have another powder that I want to recommend to you, and I'm actually on my second pan of this, the Sisley Phyto Powder Compact. This is the best pressed powder that exists in this world. I forgot to tell you the price. The Parure Gold powder is 90 euro, yes, but you get 35 grams. So much powder is inside here that I even scooped out a little bit in a smaller powder container and send it to my friend to test it because it's just so much. The Sisley Phyto powder is, I think 85 euro, I saw the last price, and it has 12 grams of product. For pressed powder, I think that's quite a normal size. And as said, it's the best. It's the best pressed powder that you can get. They have sadly only 4 shades, which I think is a shame. Definitely should come in a full foundation shade range. And the one that I'm using is one rosy. For whatever reason, the rosy one is the best. I went through one of these already and I couldn't be more satisfied, and I'm very, very happy to just have this constant in my collection. Very expensive, but very worth it. And the last product that I want to talk about is also a foundation, and it's the Chantecaille Future Skin. I am mentioning this specifically because I was very, very skeptical. I used up already 1 jar of this, but before they reformulated it. So they took everything out of the shelves, did a reformulation, brought it back, and here we are. And I have to admit, there is no difference. This is as good as the previous version. The shade that I'm wearing is the shade Aura, and this is a gel foundation. You would think, well, where's the difference between this and the Chanel one? The Chanel one is still like a cream foundation. This is a gel foundation. And if you want to see this really in action, Euphoria, the TV show, the HBO show. I think the season 3 should come next year. But Donny Davies said that at least I think in the first season or throughout the whole 2 seasons, they used the Chantecaille Future Skin on the skin of the actors because it just looks so natural. And I do agree, it does look very, very natural. It has a certain coverage, but I feel like this is kind of in the category of light coverage to maximum medium coverage. I love to wear this all year round when my skin is a bit better. So with these spots that I have currently, I'm not really liking this, but overall, this is a €90 foundation and it's worth every single cent. As always, I'm curious now, what is 1 or 2 or 3? Just list them all down below. All the items that are very expensive in your opinion, but are absolutely worth it. Let us all know down below. Thank you so much for joining. Please make sure to subscribe to miss any of the other upcoming videos. If you want to shop any of these, the links are in the description box down below. Thank you so much, and see you very, very soon.